Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on today's video. Listen, 65 Chevelle's, great looking body style, no doubt. Throw in the fact this is a real 138 coated Super Sport, even better. Throw in the fact that this is a pro touring car, beautifully built with exceptional paint and some great detail, not to mention spectacular colors. Whole nother level above that. Come on up here, and I want to start with the paint just because you need to see how beautiful it really is. This is Corvette Torch Red, and they did a beautiful job color sanding, clear coating, wet sanding, buffing, detailing, waxing, the whole thing. I mean, it is really, when you talk about mirror finish, it is exactly that, where you can see down to the second hand what time it is. All right, so all new emblems, stainless, chrome trim. We just bought a new grill for this. Unfortunately, we put in the wrong grill because it's supposed to be a Super Sport grill. It's supposed to be black, so we have the correct grill. Don't yell at us right now. I already know it's the wrong grill. Anyway, so we talked about the stainless and trim and things like that. But what you can't always see is where a lot of money is spent. A lot of money spent in here, cross-drilled and slotted rotors. Nice set of 17-inch rims. This car handles and drives so much different than a regular 65 Chevelle Super Sport. It's the best of both worlds. You get this great looking style, right? But you get a car that runs and drives way more like a modern car, which is really a nice feature to have. Not to mention that this one here has a lot of power, okay? So let's take a peek under the hood for a second and look at some of what we have and go from there. Okay, so this car here was designed to show and to drive, right? So you say, well, what do you mean by that? Well, let me show you what I mean by that, because if you're gonna wanna take this to a show, you're going to want to show it off. If you just want to go for a drive, you can do that too. But this was designed to do both, and this is why this is such a great car. So come on up here for a second. All right, so little stuff that you don't always look at or don't see or don't take into a calculation. And this is why I get on this about this stuff. Like, look at the size of this radiator. First off, it's a beautifully done radiator, right? Because it's all aluminum. They went ahead and they hid the electric fans in here to give you some more room. Look at this overflow. This is a brake line that somebody made and bent down here and put into the overflow as an overflow tube. Who does that, huh? Most people shove a rubber hose on there. Check out this, the way this is etched into. This isn't paint, this is etched into this filler panel here. This March serpentine belt system here, very expensive. This is not cheap stuff. Look at the upgraded power steering unit. It's not the old style 65, it's March's unit with the overflow tank here in billet, which is really nice too. All right, upgraded valve covers, obviously the billet air cleaner, powered four-wheel disc brakes, and we have a chrome wiper motor for it too to dress it up. We didn't have time to put it in before I did the video, but I want you to know that you're getting that. This is always a good sign. Optimum battery. You know, there's no other more expensive battery you can buy. Come on around here for a second. Ceramic coated headers, chrome fuel pump, got a chrome air conditioning compressor on it. Just little stuff like that somebody spent a lot of money. Clearly it was their baby. And they couldn't take care of it anymore, so now we're finding a place like you to call it home. All right, so the styling of these cars is just as beautiful back here. I love this. This piece of trim here looks great. The Chevelle call out, the Malibu, obviously SS call out, looks good too. Polished chrome tips, and if you want to, I'd like you to take a second here and just see how much detail is there. This has the upgraded sway bar in the back, so the car's going to handle a lot better. They call it like the F41 suspension package. Check out the trunk. Okay, so this is really nicely detailed in here. Spare tire cover, correct mat in here, all painted in here. This is also clear coated as well, and you say, well, what's the big deal about that? Well, I'll tell you what the big deal about that is. Sooner or later, you're going to get some moisture in here, whether you have a cooler back here, spill something or whatever. It gets caught underneath the mat, right? And because the trunk splatter paint doesn't have clear coat on it, it can get ugly and rust very quickly. Here, they spent the extra time to go ahead and clear coat it. Okay, let's check out the inside here. What I did want to show you real quick was that these are all custom done. These are custom sport seats, right? And I wanted to show you how much room was back here. I'm 6'1", and like, you can go for a cruise. Another couple, the kids can go with you. This is one of those really cool cars that you can have some fun in and take everybody with you. All right, so some detail up in here. This is pretty awesome. What we got right here, Dakota Digital dash. So you have the Dakota tach built in here. Speedometer, 1,805 miles on this car is what it's showing since it was restored. This has also a digital readout for the tachometer and speedometer here as well. So you have your choice of however you want that to display. Fuel, volts, water, oil pressure, factory console, but upgraded pieces around inside. Custom done white, new headliner, new package tray, nice sound system in it. Got a 3-spoke billet wheel. It's got these billet handles on the doors. Everything's done just really, really nicely. All right, so the one thing that about this also is this has a 700R4 overdrive automatic transmission. So again, I was talking about the drivability of this. The fact of the matter is you can go for a really nice long drive because you have overdrive automatic. It's not stressing the car out. You have snappy acceleration. It has a big radiator and fans and things like that, so you can idle in traffic all day. It's just really nice. And I tell you what, it fires right up. Look at that. It's so well built. It's 468 cubic inches of big block Chevrolet power. Some of the things you can't see are things like the polygraphite suspension pieces, the sway bars on both ends, some of the little stuff there that makes the drivability of this so great. That's why I love this car so much, is because first off, it does look great. We already all agree that, otherwise you wouldn't be looking at this video. But secondly, it drives so nicely. The interior is great. It is just so much fun to have. And it is such a great deal compared if you tried to build this car on your own and add all these components. I challenge you, try it. You can't even get close. That's why this is a great deal. Call us, 301-816-1000. We'll tell you all about the 65 Chevelle Real Super Sport.